Hola, hola.
Hello everybody.
Buenas noches. Good night.
Good night. Buenas noches, mi gente.
¿Cómo están todos?
How is everybody there?
Bueno, hoy es un día súper especial para mí.
And for me also.
Porque tenemos una entrevista de súper lujo.
Yes, we have a super deluxe interview with somebody who's really important in the Bachata world, and is a strong woman that she inspired a lot of people from all over the world.
Como ya saben, y dije, esta sería mi última entrevista y creo que tengo a la invitada idónea para terminar este ciclo. ¡Hola, México!
Hola, gente de México.
¿Alguien sabe de quién se trata?
Mexico in the house.
¿Alguien sabe de quién se trata? ¿Alguien tiene una idea de quién es nuestra invitada de hoy? Venga, venga, que hay premio. Hay premio para quien sepa quién es la invitada de hoy.
¿Quién será? ¿Quién será?
¿Quién será? ¿Quién será? ¿No lo saben? Bueno, pues tranquilos porque ahora lo van a saber. Vamos a darle paso a nuestra invitada de Women in Bachata.
Quiero gritos, quiero que griten cuando entre.
Si lo saben, vamos a ver.
Hola.
Hola, cariño.
Hi, Alemana.
How are you? ¿Cómo estás?
Estamos
¿Cómo
bien.
estás? ¿Estás bien? ¿Vamos a hablar español?
Ese español está bien.
Yo tengo el Google Translate aquí.
A good idea.
I have the Google Translate here also as well. Yeah.
Don't worry, I have a translate man here.
Yes, Dominican translate.
Perfect.
Perfect. How are you, Alemana?
I'm good. How are you?
Fine. What time is it in Florida?
It is 4:30.
Okay.
4:30.
4:30.
Muy bien. It's for me a pleasure interview with you because you are inspiration for me.
You are an idol.
10 años?
Yes, 10 years.
10 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. I young, but
Gracias.
estoy muy emocionada porque tenemos aquí a la Alemana, que es una inspiración para mí y para muchas mujeres en el mundo, en Europa, en Latinoamérica, en todo, en Asia también, en todo el mundo. ¿Qué traduces?
Okay,
Gracias.
Carolina is so excited because Alemana is an strong woman that inspired a lot of people in all over the world, and inspired her all as well. And she's so excited for that.
Okay, Alemana, you ready?
Sí, vamos.
Vamos a bailar.
Vamos al lío.
The first question, okay? Vamos allá. ¿Has aprovechado el confinamiento para hacer cosas que normalmente no puedes hacer?
Carolina say if you take advantage of the quarantine for do a lot of things that normally you don't do it.
Sí. Yo tengo una rutina. I have a routine.
Yeah.
So, which is good. I work out. I don't know, en español.
Yeah, tú entrena.
Okay, entrena. And then I've been able to pintar.
Sí, yeah.
I'm not good, but it's nice
like paint.
Therapy, yes. And just relaxing, taking time, self-reflection, just learning about myself, which is really great. And doing new projects.
Yeah, good.
Yeah.
Good.
Perfect. Y aparte de pintar, ¿qué otras aficiones tienes?
Reading.
¿Tú me entendiste?
Yes.
Sí.
¡Oh!
Poco a poco.
Muy bien.
I'm doing a lot more reading, so lots of books, all the reading. I love reading. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm too.
Oh, nice.
Yes, I write it.
Really?
Yeah, I try.
Oh, wow.
The song, on the musical, I try.
Oh, wow. I
Yeah.
want it. Do you sing? ¿Cantar?
Ah,
Que si cantas.
no,
¿Por qué no?
¿por qué no? Y ahora volvió.
Yes.
¿Cómo es eso? Dilo otra vez, espérate.
Y ahora volvió.
Oh, me,
Oh,
yo.
yeah. This question for about singer is let's say. Esa pregunta va más tarde sobre
Okay, this question
cantar.
about singing, that question is gonna be more later.
Ok, Tanja, ¿qué echas más de menos de viajar alrededor del mundo?
What the most thing that you miss when you travel?
¿Nada?
What do you miss?
Nada.
¿Qué extrañas?
Nada.
No. La gente.
La gente.
For me. Oh no. Did it freeze? Oh, okay. Because I'm shy sometimes. Like I'm a very kind of person.
Yeah.
But I like to meet the fans. That's number one. And then two, the artists like yourself, because you guys are so sweet and so nice. And it's nice to work with people that you like.
Ok, voy a traducir para la gente que...
Sí, entendí, pero...
Sí, para la gente que están ahí escuchando la alemana, está diciendo que la cosa que más echa de menos es el contacto con la gente. Porque aunque a veces ustedes la vean a veces que es un poco tímida o que se recurre un poquito a un lado y tal, pero ella echa mucho de menos el contacto con la gente genial que encuentra en los eventos y en los festivales.
Sí,
I'm translating.
tenemos mucha gente de Paraguay, de Chile, de México, de España que están aquí. ¿Tú echas de menos el volar? To fly.
If you miss to fly. No.
No. No te gusta, a mí tampoco.
No. Sí,
Miedo.
porque para Estados Unidos a Europa es 8 horas mínimo.
Sí.
No.
Sí. Es muy cansado.
Ujú.
Y luego tienes que trabajar, bailar con todo el mundo.
Sí.
Smile all the time.
Un poco sleep.
Yeah. Short time to sleep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alemana, ¿tú eres consciente de la capacidad que tienes para... O sea, ¿tú eres consciente de la energía que tú transmites a las mujeres de todo el mundo? ¿Tú eres consciente de eso?
If you know that you understand the energy that you transmit to all the women around the world.
No.
No.
Pues sí, cariño.
Aww.
¿Qué se siente al ser una referencia mundial? ¿Crees que es una responsabilidad para ti?
What do you feel about to be a world reference in the world, Bachata worldwide?
Oh, God.
¿Crees que es una responsabilidad?
If you think that is a big responsibility for you?
That's tough. Es muy difícil. Para mí, okay, so I didn't go into dance and become an artist because I wanted to be responsible. It just kind of happened, I think. It's hard to say because yes and no, right? So it's nice that I can be an example for women, which is great, especially women that aren't super skinny. So that's nice, but it's also hard because, you know, with social media, everything that I do is always picked apart. And I'm always, you know, sometimes I'm open to be criticized for random things that you don't think about, I guess. But I am honored to have the responsibility to be an example. It's good. It's great.
¿Tú vas a traducirme alguna cosa,
No, ella está diciendo que, bueno, que una de las cosas que ella está de acuerdo, que cree que sí, que ella es una mujer que influye en muchas mujeres, pero a la vez no también. Sobre todo dice que por las mujeres que se sienten más delgaditas o todo eso, ella intenta un poco también darle ánimo y intentar que las chicas, sobre todo, que encuentren, se amen a sí mismas y se quieran a sí mismas.
Dile que me gusta mucho cada semana, all weeks, you write in your Instagram, hello queens. Y siempre haces como...
You support,
como una reflexión, eso me gusta muchísimo.
Oh, gracias.
De nada.
Ah, you're so sweet.
Sometimes she wake up and she see your Instagram. She say, "Let's see what's the Alemana right today."
Aw.
And all the time she read that, and she's like, "Oh, I love that process." Okay, and
Oh, thank you.
she wake up like a really queen. You know that's amazing. That's
You're gonna make me
amazing.
cry.
No, I cry siempre. Tú sabes, ya tú
I
sabes.
think that the world need more people like you. You know.
Oh, thank you.
La siguiente pregunta, the next question,
Next
okay,
question.
es sobre Grupo Extra, sí.
About Grupo Extra.
Vamos a ver, ¿cómo surgió la idea de que tú vas a cantar ese tema de Volvió? ¿Me traduces?
Volvió. Okay, she say like about Grupo Extra. How was it? How come the idea about
Yeah.
like Alemana sing with Grupo Extra, and how was it?
Do you like singing?
I've always loved singing when I was little, but I didn't think that I was good. I'm not Beyonce or anything.
We heard that song and we heard that song at the first moment and we were like, that's Alemana? I can't believe it. Oh my God.
Oh.
She sing as well. It was like, oh my God, yeah.
¿Y qué tal fue
Sí.
tu experiencia para cantar para Grupo Extra?
How was your
Muy-
experience for Grupo Extra?
Muy bien. The Grupo Extra, the whole group, they have, they're amazing. Their hearts are very big. They're very kind. They helped us through the whole process. So when I was singing, because all the lyrics, las letras en español, and I have them on my phone, and I'm reading, and I'm like, singing. And they were like, no, está bien, no preocupes. It's good, it's good. So it was, they were very encouraging. So they're very talented, but they're very encouraging too.
Ok, para lo que no entiende mi gente, está diciendo que la experiencia que ella tuvo con Grupo Extra fue súper chévere porque Grupo Extra también son muy buenos profesionales y aunque a veces ella tenía un poquito de nervio por el tema de las letras en español, ellos le decían, no, tranquila, que lo está haciendo bien, todo está bien, y ella con su teléfono ahí se puso y salió una vaina bien.
O Beyoncé canta en español a veces también.
Sí, ahora sí.
You are the Latin Beyoncé.
Latin
Oh my
Beyoncé.
De Bachata Beyoncé.
Bachata Beyoncé, yeah. Es
Alemana,
diva.
tú amas bailar, yo lo sé, ok, pero si tú tuvieras otra vida, ¿volverías a bailar o harías otra cosa con tu trabajo?
She said that, you understand that?
Yo
I think so.
Yeah, okay.
You
me
understand that?
engaña con el
No
español.
Google Translate, okay.
No, I need you.
Yo entiendo inglés, pero no hablo muy bien, entiendo.
Sí, yo también. Yo entiendo un poquito de español, pero hablar not so good.
Tell me.
Para mí, if I didn't dance, I probably would be doing psychology. Psicología.
Oh,
Psychology.
interesante.
Yeah.
Yes, yeah. I'm very interested with the mind. Mhm.
¿Piensas que tienes como algún don natural de psicología para tus clases o para entrar en contacto con la gente?
Okay.
Argenis,
Okay, to say if you think that you have something special, to get a connection with the people, like she think like you are playing during your classes, and you think that you can use psychology with the people.
I mean, you definitely can.
Yeah.
I don't know if I do it consciously. I don't know if I know that I'm doing it. I think I come more from a space of understanding. The way that Ataka and I, we teach our class, we try to teach our class for the beginner. So we always keep in mind, okay, if because we all teach very big classes, like 500, 600 people. And if you're in the back, you can't see.
Yeah.
So it's very important for us when we teach that, one, we try to transmit the energy all the way to the back of the room, but also to explain the pattern so they can at least hear it and understand it without having to see it.
Okay, interesting.
Nice. Lo aplica para las clases.
Sí, lo aplica para la clase porque dice que en las clases que ellos hacen, cuando tienen mucha gente, hay mucha gente que está muy lejos detrás, al menos intentan de explicar las cosas bien para que la gente que esté más lejos también lo pueda entender. Así que de esa manera explica también su psicología y la gente de cerca, al menos conectar de la misma manera.
Y la gente creo que dijo también para normas iniciales, ¿no? Que
Sí,
se empiezan a iniciar
se
en el
empiezan a iniciar,
baile.
es muy importante.
Eso está muy bien.
Okay, nice.
Thank you, Alemana.
You're welcome.
The next question. Atención, Argenis.
Attention. Okay.
¿Has sentido en todos estos años discriminación a nivel profesional por ser mujer?
If you, Karina say, if you feel during this time, discrimination, ¿por qué? ¿Por qué?
Por ser mujer en su ámbito profesional.
In the bachata worldwide for being woman?
I think there's discrimination everywhere about women. It's not just bachata.
It's not just bachata. No.
I think it's definitely more difficult for the women artists to, especially if they're by themselves, to get jobs, to get paid what they ask. And I've noticed it myself with promoters because I do a lot of the negotiation. So when I say this is what we need, then I always get the but, or I get labeled a bitch because I'm asking for what we need and what we think we're valued for. So I definitely think as a woman dealing specifically in this business with promoters who normally are men, it's definitely more difficult. That's one. And women on stage, when we're performing, this is some of the discrimination. If, like for me, I don't think I'm a big person, but because I'm more curvy than some of the other ladies, we always get on Instagram, oh, she's fat, or she's pregnant, or whatever. And men don't get this. See, and los hombres, they don't have that. We have men that are skinny and bigger, and nobody says anything. It's only for the women. I don't understand.
Yo tengo que, bueno, Alemana está diciendo que ha sentido diferencias a la hora de pagar, a la hora de hacer un contrato para el business, en el trabajo, también por el físico de las mujeres, en los shows.
Que entre la misma mujer está diciendo que entre las mismas mujeres, por ejemplo, siempre hablan, ¿no? Que está más gorda, no que está más flaca, sin embargo, entre los hombres no sucede eso.
Pero voy a hacer un apunte porque yo tengo como 10
Tengo
como 10 entrevistas en Woman in Bachata y siempre hago esta pregunta.
She said, ¿lo primero?
Como 10 entrevistas.
She had like 10 interviews, and all the time that she made the same question.
Y todas las chicas es como, oh, nunca sentí eso, nunca sentí eso.
And she said almost all the time, all the girls say like, oh, I never feel that, I never feel that.
Y yo siempre lo he sentido desde el principio, porque yo antes era muy delgada y era un problema.
And I, as man, I see that.
Después me puse más sabrosa y también era un problema. Cuando está rubia, siempre es un problema. Y creo que Alemana ha sido más sincera que... muy sincera.
Sinceridad.
You know, sinceridad?
No, I don't. What's the word?
Okay. Sinceridad is like be, directly.
You are directly.
Sincere.
Sincere, yeah.
I think.
Sincere.
Okay, I'm like, sincere, okay.
You are a woman, tú eres una mujer que defiende mucho siempre los derechos humanos.
You are a woman that Google Translate. One moment.
Google Translate.
Espérate. Okay, you are a woman that defends the human rights.
Y lo has hecho en muchas coreografías que yo he visto en todos tus años.
And you made it in a lot of choreography that you made during this time.
¿Tú crees que al público esos mensajes le llegan al corazón directamente?
If you believe that message you send in your choreography, that the public, receive that in the heart.
I hope, but I don't do it for the audience. I do it because some like it, some don't. So I did one choreography that was police brutality, the Michael Jackson, they don't really care about us.
Yeah, I see that.
Yeah. So when we performed it, some people liked it and some people were like, oh. But I can't let the audience response affect what I'm trying to do as a choreographer. As artists, as choreographers, I feel it's our job, our duty to bring awareness of what's going on in the world through our dancing, right? Yeah. So you have to do something sometimes, whether everyone's gonna like it or not. You have to do it for you. And the reason why I did They Don't Care About Us, or I did the domestic violence piece, because those parts are very important to me. And I know it was very important for a lot of women that I've talked to or that I've worked with. So I thought, why not? It's dance. Everybody loves dance, and it can have a message at the same time.
Yeah,
Sí,
nice.
se trata de dejar un mensaje en sus bailes.
Voy a traducir. La alemana dice que ella cuando hace la coreografía, y esta no lo hace para la audiencia, ella lo hace porque es una cosa que ella siente hacerla adentro y para la gente que lo hace con ella, porque ella cree que lo principal no es hacer algo siempre para que la gente dé la aprobación de si está bien o si está mal, sino que es una cosa que ella hace porque ella lo siente en el corazón hacerlo. Así que me parece una manera de hacer, la verdad, que es muy, muy, muy buena y muy interesante.
Es muy interesante, Alemana, que para la gente digo que ella deje de hacer un típico lady style de y cuente una historia. Es muy importante para que la gente le llegue más al corazón, una historia que no solo una visión del baile.
Sí.
Mm-hmm.
¿Comprendiste, mi amor?
Yes, I understand that.
Okay. The question is very serious for me, for you, I think, for Argenis, for the world. What do you think about Floyd? What is the situation in
George
USA?
Floyd, yeah.
What do you think?
Well, George Floyd shouldn't have died. The way that he died, everything was just wrong. The only good thing, I think, is because now all 4 of the policemen are getting charged. 1 for sure with murder, and the other 3, I don't know. The problem I feel, and I mean, I want to say the good thing with his unfortunate death was now, and it could be a combination, it could be his death, the way that it happened, the way that everybody saw it happen. And coronavirus, because now everybody's at home. Now there's more movement. More people are talking about it.
Yeah,
because
I think that the people are so tired for a lot of
Yeah.
things that was happening during a long time in the war, and that case was like the people
It's just-
made like oof.
yeah, it was the last
it's like a
part.
bomb, you know.
Yeah. So I think good thing is that everybody's now talking about it, and hopefully working on changing things around the world, not just in the USA. USA is not the only country that has racism, right? It's everywhere. So hopefully the system changes with this movement, that we aren't like this only for 1 month and then next month nothing, right? Because that's been like this for a long time, where people would move and then something happens and then nobody's doing anything anymore. So yeah, and with the United States, we have a lot of protests, a lot of movement, a lot more people involved, which is great. We talk about it more. The big companies are part of it, like Netflix. They have a whole collection of Black movies, so you can educate yourself on watching what happens. So it's good. It's a bigger movement. It's just, it's shitty that it had to be because another Black man had to die.
Good. Okay, la gente, I'm translating.
Sorry.
No, good, nice.
Le habíamos preguntado sobre el
I make it
caso
summary.
Floyd, sobre el caso que hay en el mundo de racismo y cómo está la situación.
Sí, cómo está la situación en el mundo, y que dice ella que, claro, realmente no hay racismo solamente en Estados Unidos, sino que hay racismo en toda parte del mundo, y que el caso Floyd, mezclado con el tema del coronavirus, lo que está pasando en la situación mundial hoy en día, ha hecho que la gente boom, reviente, y hay un movimiento muy grande. Que la parte buena que ella ve de este movimiento es que ha pasado esto para que ya pete y que eso no vuelva a ocurrir. Incluso grandes compañías como Netflix y otras compañías también han puesto colecciones de películas que hablan un poquito de estos temas para educar, ¿no? Y concienciar un poquito a la sociedad. Y,
sí, es muy triste que esto pase en el siglo XXI. No sé si lo puedes traducir eso.
Entonces, siglo XXI, no sé si lo traductor.
21. 21 es 21.
Yeah, 21. Exacto, no sé cómo se dice.
Well, in this time, vaya.
Yeah, in this moment.
En this moment es muy triste, pero
el
humano es así. Es así.
Yeah, it's sad, and we shouldn't be like that.
Alemana, ¿Cuáles son tus planes
Ajá.
para cuando esto termine?
Para no. No, we go back to work. Congresses, we still do congresses, maybe not every weekend. But we were doing this before coronavirus. It was okay, maybe 2 times and then off, and 2 times and off. So still Congress. But the other things is, you know, Rudy, El Tigre and I, we just started like a small show. So maybe work with that some more. I have some things that I want to accomplish. Maybe writing a book. But immediately after coronavirus, it would be to dance, go to the congresses, dance with everybody, and just be around good energy, because I do miss congresses. I know before I used to say, oh, I don't want to go.
Yeah.
But now I'm like, oh, I want to go.
This weekend I would like.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, you know. So yeah, we'll definitely do some congresses again. Once everything opens, we'll be back.
We miss you too much. I remember,
Oh.
yeah, how was the last time that we see you
Oh.
was in, I think, Top Bachata. Top
Yes.
Bachata.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Top Bachata is like
1 year ago.
1 year ago.
Yeah.
1 year
Yeah.
ago. Yeah, 1
That's
year
too
ago.
long. Too long.
Me
Yeah, too
gusta.
long. Too long.
¿Qué dijo? Para la gente que no comprende.
Para la gente que, ok, traduzco a los dominicanos, mi gente. La alemana dice que ella, bueno, lo que volverá otra vez al trabajo, volverá otra vez a su rutina. Sí que es cierto que ahora, por ejemplo, durante este tiempo, con todo lo que ha pasado, y estaba en casa y era como, wow, no quiero ir a congreso porque estaba cansada y todo eso, y una cosa que es muy normal y no pasa a mucha gente, pero que sí es cierto que al momento ya es como que, uy, quiero irme de congreso, lo echa mucho de menos por el contacto de la gente.
Sí, yo sé, Alemana, que tú últimamente estabas tratando de no viajar tanto.
Carolina, know that you know that you a time ago you were trying to know. Yeah, I have to change my brain. You know, I have to change my brain.
Yeah, that's hard.
You were trying to you know, take a rest. Don't travel too much every weekend.
Entonces, a pesar de que el coronavirus ha sido algo malo, ¿crees que ha sido como un regalo para ti?
To say, you understand that.
Yeah. In a way, right? Because coronavirus, it's terrible. People are dying. But I'm learning, because I used to be a type of person to always look at the negative, and I'm learning to be more positive. So even with something like this that's so bad, you have to find the good sometimes. And one of the good things that I'm learning with what's happening is now I have time for myself. I can take care of myself, my mind, my body, which I wasn't. I wasn't taking care of myself for 10 years.
Yeah.
So this is the first time I
It's
actually,
a long time.
yeah, so it's the first time I'm able to take care of Tanya, and for George and us together as a couple,
Yes.
because we're always known as Ataca la Alemana. And now we're Tanya and George.
And
So
George.
it's
Por
better
favor.
for our relationship too.
That's
Sí.
important.
Yeah.
Tal vez llega un momento, a mí me pasa un poco y yo hago un poquito a todo lo que tú haces. Imagino que tú también, que llega un punto en el que tú piensas, ¿quién es Tania? ¿Dónde estás?
Yeah.
¿Qué pasa con mi persona?
Yeah. Yes. There was a time, I want to say maybe 2 años o 3 años antes.
Yeah.
Sí.
Atrás.
Atrás.
Antes, 3 años antes.
Okay,
que-
good. Okay. You understand. I was and I was crying for 1 month. I don't know why. I was just, I can't do this anymore. And I told George, I said, I don't want to dance ever again. I don't want to do this ever again. And he was like, well, what do we do? And he was in shock. And that's when we were living in Los Angeles.
Yeah.
So we were traveling. We weren't at home. I didn't see my friends, like my real good friends that I grew up with. So I felt alone. And so we moved back to Florida. And when we moved back to Florida is when we said, okay, we have to be around our family and our friends. And we have to stop traveling so much because it's not healthy. And it was a good choice, and we're better for it. And I'm happy. And now I'm like, Because yes, for a long time, I didn't know who I was. I was La Alemana, but I wasn't Tanya. I always had to be like this.
Yes.
And I love my life and I love my career, but to not be yourself is sucks. It's really like, I don't know. You feel very alone, and that's not something anybody should ever feel. So
Yeah, I think, yeah, it's really difficult within the, within the same that sometimes you have to stop and connect one more time with your family, with your friends, and take care of you, and that's important to continue, in the way with more energy and
yes.
yeah.
Así que esta explicación de la alemana va relacionada con la siguiente pregunta, porque al
¿Le
final,
traduzco a la gente esto?
ahora,
Sí, ok.
al final te iba a preguntar lo peor y lo mejor de ser un personaje público, pero tu respuesta fue la misma.
Sí.
¿Sí?
What?
Okay. To say that, the next question.
He's like, sí, sí.
Yeah, to say,
Arlet,
I have my daughter here. She's laughing too much. Be careful.
Sí,
Okay. To say that, your answer was, the next question was, yes, my daughter.
Oh my
Say
God,
hi
she's
to
so
Manuela.
cute. Hi.
Say
Ay, que
hi.
eres muy guapa, que me lo has dicho antes.
She's
Me ha
so
dicho antes que tú eres
beautiful.
muy hermosa.
She said that you are so beautiful.
She's beautiful. Oh my God. Look at
It's
her
my queen.
hair. Oh my God, she's so sweet. And her smile. Oh my God. Oh.
Bye bye.
Carolina said that you answer, the next question was about your answer before, but
Lo peor y lo mejor de ser un
yeah,
personaje
because she
público.
was thinking about, what the the bad things and the good things for be a public personage.
I think, well, like the bad things is sometimes you lose yourself and you forget who you are. So that's a bad thing, I think, because you're just so consumed with your personality that everybody sees you as. But then the good thing is you can also make a difference. So the things, the causes that you believe in, like I believe in, building awareness against police brutality and domestic violence or anything, and just inspiring people, that's the really cool part. And what's really amazing is at these congresses or even through social media, when people write you, we've had people tell us, you've saved our marriage. We were going to get a divorce and now we're not because we've learned how to love each other again. Or I've had women write me, they say, I used to hate the way that I look, or I thought that I was fat, and then I see you and how you are so comfortable with yourself, and now I love myself. And that is what really fills my heart, is being able to make a difference in even just one person's life.
Yeah.
So.
Nice.
Ahora, sabemos que trabajar con tu pareja, con Jorge, tu pareja amorosa, tiene sus cosas buenas y sus cosas malas. Entiendo por la confianza. ¿A ti te ocurre lo mismo? Yo creo que ya entendió.
Okay.
Translate a little bit.
Translate. Okay. Bueno. To say that we know that sometimes it's difficult, work with your couple or with your partner work.
Yeah.
So,
bueno, que me imagino que
she imagined that.
¿Qué es lo peor para ella de trabajar con su pareja?
Yeah, what's the bad things to work with George and the good things? Because we know that it's difficult.
Yeah, it is. I wouldn't say there's anything bad, right? It's difficult, but it's not bad. Working with being dance partners and lovers together is definitely hard because it's hard to separate when you work and when you're together. If you're mad, if you don't like each other when you're working, then it carries over to the personal, and the same if you switch. So that makes it very difficult. But I think for me, I love working with George because we get to travel together. We see each other all the time. We learn about each other every day, and much faster because we've been together for 12 years, but it feels like we've been together for like 50 years.
I understand you.
Right?
For us it's the same because we are like 24 hour together 7 days a week.
Yeah.
And we have like, now we have 8 years together and we feel like we have like 12, something like that, you know?
Yeah, it feels so much more because
Yeah.
if you think a normal relationship, you see each other in the morning, en la mañana, and then you go to work separate,
Yeah.
and then you come back and you talk. But we're together, we're all together 24 hours a day. And it's good and it's
Intensive.
not so good sometimes.
Yeah.
Sometimes, can you say me, Carolina, yo, okay.
Yeah,
Sometimes
what do you
it's just like,
want? What do you want? Shut up.
yeah, but I don't know if this happens sometimes that with you and George, but sometimes Carolina say, hey, mi amor, I'm going to the kitchen, and I say, okay, I'm gonna do something here in the dining room, and she's in the kitchen and I'm in the dining room for 1, 2, 3 minutes, and sometimes she's like, mi amor, can you come here? I have to show you something, or reverse, you know, and it's like one more time together, you know, that's crazy.
It's crazy, yeah. The next question is super easy.
Yeah.
Okay.
Super easy. I think super easy. Aventura or Anthony Santos?
Ooh.
It's hard because, again, I don't understand Spanish, so I'm not going off of the lyrics. Las letras, yo no entiendo. Pero la música, la melodía, it's hard because they have two different feelings, right? But if I have to pick one, for me, it would be Aventura.
Aventura.
Because
Yes.
I'm more urban.
For me too. Yeah.
Muy bien. The second is Prince Royce or Romeo Santos. What do you prefer?
Romeo Santos.
Ah.
Romeo Santos.
Yeah!
El chico de la poesía.
The next question, I think it's very difficult for you.
Okay.
I think. No lo sé. Bachata or salsa? You are salsera also.
Yeah. I can't. No puedo. I love them both.
You love both.
I can't pick one because it depends. It depends on the mood that I'm in, what I'm feeling, and also the person that I'm dancing with. But I will say just to listen to is salsa.
Salsa.
Because I like the energy. I'm a very energetic person, so I like to listen to salsa.
If for drink?
Bachata.
Bachata.
Amargue.
I'm like,
Amargue. Amargue.
Okay. ¿Tú estás bien? ¿Está todo bien?
Yes, I'm good.
¿Te sientes bien?
Sí, gracias.
Bien. Tú has tenido, yo le voy a decir en español y tú en inglés, ¿vale?
Okay.
¿Te ha pasado alguna vez en la vida que has tenido alguna experiencia paranormal? Como una energía, una sensación o una conexión con alguien de pronto, como si conocieras algo así extraño?
Have you had a paranormal experience in your life? Did you feel something strange with the people? Did you see some, you know, or something like that?
Like ever in my life?
Yeah.
I will say there was one when I was 6 years old. My grandmother, mi abuela, she died, and she was my best friend. And for probably a year, I would see her in the house, and I was really normal. I was like, grandma's here. So I remember that because when we left the funeral in the car, my mom was driving and I'm in the back seat. And I told my mom, I said, Mom, make sure grandma wears her seatbelt.
Yeah.
And she said, what? And I'm like, yeah, grandma is right there in the front seat. And she just started crying because it's her mother. She lost it was her mother. But I saw her when I was 6. I was like, no, she's right here.
Yeah,
make sure she wears her seatbelt.
we have to pay attention to the
Yeah.
children when they say something like that, because
Sensibilidad.
they can see a lot of things that we cannot see.
Right. They're very
Yeah.
sensitive.
Yeah, very
They-
sensitive, yeah.
Ella contó que cuando tenía 6 años su abuelita falleció, iba en el carro con su mamá
Y le
y
dijo
ella
le dijo a su mamá que se ponga, dile a la abuela que se ponga el cinturón, y su mamá le dijo ¿qué? Y se puso a llorar. Así que, mira, experiencia de los niños de muy temprana edad,
los
que
niños
son muy sensibles.
Los niños y los animales
Los
tienen
niños y los animales, sí, sí, sí.
mucha sensibilidad. ¿Cuál es tu país favorito donde tú
Your favorite country.
donde tú has viajado para, no para trabajar, sino para visitar por placer?
Italy, Italia.
Ah,
¡Lo sabía! ¡Lo sabía!
Me gusta la comida. La comida
A mí
is, oh my God. It's so good.
you know what we eat today? We eat today macarrones. No, pasta carbonara. Buenísimo.
Muy rico.
Buenísimo, buenísimo.
Muy rico.
Muy rico.
Muy rico.
Se pasó muy rápido para mí. Yo tengo una pregunta, creo que sería la última, the last question.
Carolina say that the time, you know, was so faster.
¿Qué consejos tú darías para una chica, un chico, una pareja que quisiera ganarse la vida con el baile?
You say that what concept do you give to the people who would like to start in the bachata world? You know, what concept what words do you have to that people
like
who want to
advice?
start? Yeah.
For couples or just single?
It doesn't matter,
Anybody.
whatever, yeah, for everybody.
Who wants to start? Number one is education, educación. La música, el baile. You have to understand. I think you should have a passion for it, una pasión for what you do. Because I feel sometimes people come into, and not just bachata and salsa and everything. Sometimes, maybe, at least now, they come into this career just for fame. And fame is good, it's great, but that's not the reason you should do it. You should do it because you love it and because you want to share your passion with other people.
Yeah.
So for whoever wants to start, you have to make sure you have a passion for it, because this is not an easy job. It's not easy to travel all the time and work and be tired and have to be on all the time. You have to love it in order to get through it. So that's number one. And number two, just to have fun. Don't take it so serious. It's work and it's a career, but you don't have to be like aggressive about it. You have fun and get to know other people and just enjoy it.
Good. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna translate.
Okay.
Okay, mi gente, la alemana dice que le da un consejo a toda la gente que quieren iniciarse en esto, que sobre todo sean disciplinados, tengan educación, porque que estudien, que escuchen música y se preparen bien, y que no lo hagan esto solamente por fama, porque hay mucha gente que a veces entra al mundo del baile por conseguir algo de fama, pero que la fama está bien, pero que no es lo más importante. Que es importante que tengan una pasión, que les gusten lo que hagan, porque al fin y al cabo realmente es un trabajo que cansa mucho, viajar mucho cansa mucho, y que si no le gustan, si no sienten esa pasión, van a terminar dejándolo o haciéndolo, odiándolo, y sobre todo transmitiéndole eso a la gente, que no es lo que la gente espera de uno, sino la gente espera siempre que uno transmite esto con pasión. Y segundo, ella lo que dice es que recomienda a todo el mundo que se diviertan, que lo pasen bien, y que no sé, es un trabajo, pero que no se lo tomen realmente como un trabajo. Que una parte sí, pero que sobre todo que se diviertan y que lo pasen bien. Eso es importante.
Yo tengo un poco más de tiempo, pienso. ¿Sí? Y quería hablarte sobre las coreografías en pareja que hacéis Ataca y tú.
She would like to talk to you about the choreography, the performance that you made with George.
Que me parece muy, muy interesante cómo ustedes juegan.
That she thinks that is very interesting how you play. How you play with the music?
Con la letra. Tal
With the letters, with the music, you know, your musicality. Yeah, the root. Amazing musicality.
Yeah.
It's
Ah,
amazing.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yo sé que para mucha gente que no comprende musicalidad,
She know that for a lot of people that don't understand musicality,
lo ven y es como que, pero cuando tú conoces la música,
Mhm.
es impresionante el trabajo coreográfico.
to say that when you know the music and the people know see you dancing and you know the music, that is amazing because the people can see you both, like the music, you are one.
Aw.
That's
Thank
incredible.
you.
Porque esa coreografía no se puede hacer con otra música.
Because that choreography is for that song,
Right.
only for
Yeah.
that song. You cannot do it with other song.
Right.
Quería preguntarte ¿quién es el coreógrafo
Who is
oficial?
the choreographer?
Who's the choreographer? Both.
The official, both.
Both.
Both, but the official is Ataka. He listens to the music and he says, okay, this is my vision. What do you think? And then we work on it together. And I give him ideas and he sometimes says, okay, for this part, give me some footwork or show me what you think. And then I'm like, all right. And I listen, but I always have him translate the song because for me and for him too, it's very important to understand the letters, las letras, because in dance, we have to tell a story and it has to make sense with the music. You can't have a song that's about heartbreak and dance like this. You can't. It doesn't make sense. People don't connect it. So yes, both of us choreograph. We both listen to the song, but the official choreographer is Ataka.
What is your favorite performance?
Your favorite,
Llegaste tú.
Llegaste tú.
Yes. I love that one.
Yeah, my skin is like, whoa. When I see that choreography, it was like, oh my God.
¿Tú sabes cuál me gusta a mí mucho también? Que siempre me recuerdo mucho. De la de
Odio,
Odio.
¿no?
Odio.
Yep.
Odio.
¿Cómo tú sabes?
I remember. You told me.
Yeah.
Muy bien. No, pero todas, me gustan todas. Pero Odio es como que muy fuerte, muy sexy, muy sensual, me gusta mucho. Alemana,
Yes.
para mí, yo pienso que he preguntado todo. Después me voy a recordar de más preguntas que no te hice, seguro. Para mí ha sido un placer, de verdad, que hayas aceptado mi invitación.
Yeah, for Carolina, and for me, it was a pleasure that you accept our, invitation.
Thank you. Thank you for inviting me.
Sí, porque yo sé que tú eres una mujer muy ocupada.
Yeah, because we know that you are so busy and.
Bueno, por aquí te dicen, te amo, Alemana. ¿De dónde es Jorge? Jorge es dominicano, no,
Jorge
Puerto Rico.
puertorriqueño.
Puerto Rico.
Yeah, Puerto Rican.
Okay.
¿Te quieres decir algo?
My daughter wants to say, yeah. Ven, cuidado.
Que se va a
Corre.
Algo.
Alemana. Dile algo en español, Alemana. Dile algo.
Ya creo que es.
En dominicano. ¿Qué es lo que es?
¿Qué es lo que hay?
¿Qué es lo que es, manita?
¿Qué es lo que es, manita?
Pero,
¡Ay, qué linda!
¿qué le querías decir?
¿Qué quieres
Adiós,
decir?
un besito.
Adiós, muchos besitos.
Pues dile bye bye.
Bye bye.
Besitos.
You say bye bye and a lot of kisses.
Oh, gracias, amor. Qué linda.
Muy bien, Arlet. Vamos para allá.
Oh my gosh.
She
She's so
say,
cute.
she say, quiero decirle adiós. Okay.
Well, Alemana, thank you very much for your time.
Thank
And
you.
for us, this interview was really a dream. A dream.
Aw, you guys are
I
so
know
sweet.
Carolina don't want to sleep tonight.
No.
I promise you. I promise you. I promise you. She was so like, oh my God, what time is it now? What time is it now? Happy to be with Alemana. And I say, Carolina, relax. Hey, mommy, relax. Relax. No. What
She's
time
so
is it?
sweet.
It's 2 minutes. What time is it? And I say, no problem. Relax.
I have to give you my number, Carolina, so we can talk.
Okay.
Nice.
Nice.
So, and we hope that we can see the light in the light in the end of the tunnel, as the people from the government from all over the world say, and we hope see you really very very soon,
I
because
know, me too.
we hope that the situation finish, because there are a lot of people who like to see you again, in the dance world, dancing, enjoying, give us your energy.
Vamos a aprovechar para la gente que quiere tomar clases con Iceland Touch, Alemana, el Tigre, Bianca, Jorge, una
I
website.
think, yes. So the website is islandtouchonline.com. Very easy, fácil. Islandtouchonline.com. And then I'm doing lady styling classes live every Thursday with World Mastery. So I have it in my story and everything, so people can go to my story and check it out.
¿Pueden tomar clases privadas también?
See, yes, I do.
Okay.
Write me a DM and I do private classes.
Nice.
¿Sí?
Arlet, clase con alemana.
Regálame una.
Okay. Yo se la regalo.
Ok, Alemana. I love you, te
love
quiero
you.
mucho, tengo muchas ganas de verte.
Sí,
Adiós.
I love you guys.
Arlet,
My daughter, one more time.
Oh, okay, no, sorry. Okay.
Maybe say bye.
Arlet, ven.
Okay.
Bueno, vamos a decir adiós, guapa.
She's in love with you as well.
Dile gracias.
Oh, princesa. Oh,
Bueno,
oh my
Alemana,
God.
un
Thank
beso.
you, Alemana.
Love you guys.
Kisses.
Bye.
I'll see you soon.
Bye. See you
Bye
soon.
bye.
Chao. Ok. A ver, no. Ok. Ya está. Muy bien. Por aquí. Bueno, mi gente. Bueno, ya han visto, ¿no?
Bueno, mi gente, ahora voy a hablar dominicano, porque ya el cerebro ya está ahí un poco como que entre y ya, tú sabes, ahí.
Ha sido impresionante. Para que no lo sepa, ella es mi top de los tops. No sé si se ha notado un poco.
Clase de la alemana. ¿Dónde consigo clase de alemana? En www.islandtouchonline.com.
Le pueden escribir por privado también.
Por ahí, le tiran por privado.
Pues mi gente, ha sido un placer para mí. Este ha sido mi última entrevista para Women in Bachata. Espero que les haya gustado con esta súper invitada y este súper traductor oficial que tengo aquí. Nada, muchas gracias por haber seguido este programa hoy y gracias a los que lo hayan seguido otros días. Carito, Costa Rica, México, gracias Mirellita, ¿te gustó? Pues eso, mi gente, muchas gracias. De momento voy a hacer un parón con este programa porque quiero dedicar el tiempo a otras cosas, pero tal vez si alguien insiste un poco, pues lo retome.
Insista, mi gente, insistan que vamos a traer, si ustedes insisten, por ahí puede aparecer más personas interesantes para...
Sí, puede aparecer todo el que quiera aparecer,
Todo el
así que yo puedo proponer y me pueden proponer también a mí, así que maravilloso. Un beso para todos.
Aprovecho por una cosita rápido.
Dime, sí.
Mi gente, para toda la gente que nos pregunta por las clases online, que nos mandan los WhatsAppitos,
WhatsApp,
y nos tiran algunos mensajes privados que nos están preguntando, oye, ¿dónde ustedes tienen los paquetes, su clase online? Nosotros al momento hemos estado haciendo streaming por Facebook Live, pero pronto vamos a tener nuestra web ya disponible donde podrán conseguir nuestras clases online, así que estar al tanto, prontito tendrán todas nuestras clases disponibles por paquetitos ahí para toda la gente que quiere continuar bachateando a lo dominicano.
Eso. Bueno, muchas gracias, mi gente. Buenas noches a todos, o buenos días, o buenas tardes.
Besitos.
Besitos.
See you. Bye bye. Au revoir.
Au revoir.
A tout à l'heure.
Arrivederci.